Yes, you wanted more clarification about the why my mind is seeking entertainment, and that is why the constantly seeking pleasure, because the language conditioning, the pleasure, pain, loss and gain, name and fame are all the same. Pleasure, we can understand it like this: objective, from the object to I, and pleasure and happiness more toward the mind. Mind can imagine of the past. You went to Hawaii and you are delivering, you are taking memory and enjoying that memory. Then there is a third kind of pleasure, the inherently within you, that is also called bliss, which does not need external object to drive from, external drinks, external movies, which is inbuilt in you, and where the object subject are unified. What that means? That the very seeker, the very seer is the one. Don't need external objects like what a dead body seeking the pleasure. No, it does not seek anymore. Why? Because it has gone on the another dimension. The becoming has already become the being where it came from. Gate gate parasam gate bodhi swaha. That means that the bubble which came out of the river looked like separate, has absorbed again back into the river. That means finite has become in the being infinite. So human being has reduced itself of overdoing doings and it has become human doing. So it goes in the material objects, doing, achieving, doing, thinking. So many motivational tapes out there to improve you. To improve you what? Uh, Self-development. You're already a monkey and you develop on that. You're already a rat and you are very successful and very motivational. Who are you? You are chief rat. Why we are talking here? Going beyond the doing and thinking, which is in the realm of being. You don't need to a single act of doing and thinking. It already is. It already is. Then what is? Is I S is isness. Is not the future in becoming. Is not in the past was, it always is. Like the sunlight, you cannot alter and change. It already is. And when you have become isness, that is the other name of so called godliness, divinity. Why? Because it is nothing but fullness by the fullness of the fullness for the fullness. That's what life is, to enjoy the joy of life, the joy of godliness, not fear, and perpetuate that fear into uh, God fear all the time. And there are some scriptures who will give you license for on the weekend to tell you that your all the sins are forgiven and go 5 days and enjoy, do more sins. Please, please, this life is so precious. Human being, don't waste your time in becoming, working life. When it comes from the heart, it's no more work, it becomes playful consciousness, playful joy. And then you are really true human being, out of fear, out of all conditioning, and you live as a soulful living, and that is blissful living, which don't seek no more itching, itching, satisfying the itches. It is blissful bliss, and it is here and now. It cannot be taught or learned. Why? Because it is not of the time. It can be caught, means quantum leap, means the stone you can keep on rubbing 10 years or 10 hours, you cannot make a mirror out of it. Suppose I don't need to repeat and remind I'm a man. What you already is, it is already is. Only what other sages remind you, awaken, the word awaken. Awaken means come come out of the cataract from the eyes of the egoistic cataract, egotistic and egoistic cataract of the eyes, because you are blind, you cannot see, you get overburdened and uh, in the ghost of ego, which is layer by layer like onion. You layer them out and you will find clear what already is. Like a cataract surgeon, remove the dust, that cloud from the eye, and already the eyesight is there. The same way the divine eyesight already within you, the heart consciousness already, you are born with it. It's just you have covered the layers of ignorance or layers of so called conceptual, verbal, bookish knowledge. Shake it up, wake it up, and it already waiting for you. God's grace all the time, seeking you. Only the blessed one are those who are not victim of uh, human perpetuated bookish conceptual words. It can only be Commune and I from heart to heart consciousness. Om Shanti.
Okay, let us see the difference.